What's up, guys? This is Chris. How are you doing today? I have two guns that I want to compare. The first is the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. This is a 4 5/8 inch barrel. Cool little gun. It is a Glock 19 clone, but it has a Glock 17 length barrel because it has the threaded barrel for the suppressor. So this is a Glock 19 clone with basically a Glock 17 barrel in it. Okay? And I have here a Polymer 80 that is on loan from someone. It's kind of a neat little build. They went with a silver build, so silver mag base, silver trigger, silver mag release, silver slide lock, silver barrel. Got this cool cut to the barrel. It's a neat little gun, a windowed slide, kind of a neat little build that they did. So it's kind of cool. It's got silver pins. You can't see those really well, but it's got, so it's kind of silver build here. So it's kind of a neat little Polymer 80 build, something he's had for a while. And, but it's kind of a neat thing because when he built the gun, he ordered, I'm gonna close this slide for us. Let's close the slide so you can see it. He ordered it with a ported barrel. And this also has a 4 5/8 inch barrel. So these two guns have the same length barrel. This one is ported, and this one is not ported. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the chronograph, and I want to find out, does the ported barrel versus the non-ported barrel in two striker-fired Glock clone guns with the same length barrel, what is our velocity difference? So we're going to chronograph two different loads. And we're going to compare those results. So anyway, that's kind of the idea for the video today. We're going to chronograph these two results and see what we get. So let's set that up and let's get to the chronograph and let's do some shooting. The loads we're going to be chronographing today are the Federal Train and Protect 115 grain versatile hollow point and the Fiocchi Defense Dynamics jacketed hollow point. This is a 124 grain. It has an 1100 FPS muzzle velocity stamped on the box. Federal always puts theirs on the back in a little table. The Federal advertises an 1180 FPS muzzle velocity. So we're going to be looking 1180 at 115 grains, 1100 at 124 grains. We're going to see what we can get from the non-ported barrel, and we're going to see what we can get from the ported barrel. And we're going to compare the two and see how much loss we get from the ported barrel. I will tell you, I have shot the ported gun, and I don't know if it's the build itself, if it's the ported barrel or what, but this thing has almost no recoil. This gun, this Polymer 80 with a ported barrel, has almost no recoil. And I don't know if that's the porting or what it, or if it's just some angle of the gun, if it's the build, I don't know, but it has almost no recoil. So we're going to compare the recoil of this to the recoil of the dagger, and then we're going to compare the velocity and just kind of see, does a ported barrel take away from your velocity? So anyway, that's what we've got, and we're going to go with that and see what we get. So anyway, we'll set up the chronograph, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, up first is the Federal Train and Protect 115 grain jacketed hollow point. 115 grain jacketed hollow point. This is the non-ported barrel on the PSA dagger. We're going to shoot through the chronograph, get the readings, see what we come up with. Here we go. $11.33. $11.49. $11.94. $11.93. $11.79. And $11.81. That is the Federal Train and Protect out of the non-ported barrel. Now let's get the ported barrel and compare. Federal Train and Protect out of the non-ported barrel PSA dagger, 6-shot average velocity 1,172 feet per second. All right, guys, we've got the Federal Train and Protect 115 grain in the ported barrel. This is in the ported barrel. So we're going to pop off 6 of these, compare the velocities. Here we go. $11.32. $11.51. $10.89. $11.36. And $11.09. $11.40, and we are clear. So those seemed really similar. Federal Train and Protect 115 grain, 6-shot average velocity, 1,126 feet per second from the ported barrel. Let's try the Fiocchi and see if we get a different result. All right, guys, got the Fiocchi Defense Dynamics 124 grain. This is the non-ported barrel of the PSA Dagger. Let's see what we can do here. 6 shots. $11.56. $11.33. $11.49. $11.30. $11.33. And $11.29. We're clear. Fiocchi 124 grain hollow point, 6-shot average velocity, 1,138 feet per second out of the non-ported barrel from the PSA Dagger. Now we've got the ported barrel, the polymer 80 with the ported barrel. Same ammo, Fiocchi Dynamic Defense 124 grain jacketed hollow point. Here we go. $11.01. $10.74. $10.67. $10.64. $11.03. And $10.67. So, Fiocchi 124 grain, 6-shot average velocity, 1,079 feet per second from the ported barrel. There's our data collected. Now let's crunch the numbers and see what we get. Federal Train and Protect has an advertised muzzle velocity of 1,180 feet per second. Out of the non-ported barrel, we pretty much hit that number at 1,172, and we come in roughly 55 feet per second lower on the ported barrel. So very close to that. The Fiocchi Defense Dynamics has an advertised muzzle velocity of 1,100 feet per second. Out of the non-ported barrel, we got above that, 1,138, and on the ported barrel, we came in at 1,079, so roughly 20 feet per second under the advertised muzzle velocity on the box. So both of these rounds come in pretty much at advertised muzzle velocity. Fiocchi actually comes in slightly above from the non-ported barrel, and from the ported barrel, it's pretty close to the advertised velocity, probably close enough that it would not affect your expansion of your hollow point. So what's our takeaway from this? First things first, the muzzle velocities on both of these ammos very close to what's advertised on the box, with what I would consider a full-size barrel, nearly a 5-inch barrel, 4.5, 4 5/8-inch barrel on both guns. The big thing, the Federal Train and Protect 115 grain, there's a 46 feet per second difference between the non-ported and the ported barrel. Now, I won't quite say that that's the variation from one round to the next, but it's pretty darn close. And truthfully, 46 feet per second shouldn't make a difference on this ammunition opening up. We will do a ballistics test about both of these ammos later this year. We may run some shots with the ported barrel just to see if that's the case. With the Fiocchi Defense Dynamics, there was a 59 feet per second difference between the ported and the non-ported barrel. Again, not a huge difference. A little more than a variation from one round to the next. Not much. In general, it shouldn't affect this ammunition opening up, and it should work. Now, here's the question. Does this mean that there's always this small of a gap between a non-ported barrel and a ported barrel? No. This is with a 4 5/8 barrel on both guns. If you took a 3.3-inch barrel, non-ported versus ported, it may be a bigger gap. So make sure you do your research and make sure whatever you carry in your gun, whether it's ported or not ported, will open up when you need it and run the gun. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the support. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks.